Hey guys, it's your boy Chuckles, back at it again, coming at you with another review. This week we have the Elite Force Umarex H&K G36 and G36C by Aries. Alright guys, so here we have the G36C. It's a carbine length, perfect for indoors, CQB. The body is a nylon fiber, just like the real one, so this is much nicer than the competition level gun. It's really going to stand up to a lot of punishment, and you can very much expect that this thing will be able to keep up with you. Up here you have the orange tip, but don't worry, underneath it is 14mm counterclockwise thread. So put any suppressors on that you want aftermarket so that it looks super swaggy. You have sling points up front, also right back here, which would actually larger, it's better for other ones as well. And then one is the rear. Back up front, we have the tri-rail underneath. All the rail segments are metal. They're really solid. And if you don't want any of them, all you need is an Allen key set, and you can remove all of them. Up top, we have a non-adjustable front sight. It's just set. I believe if you knock out this pin, you can just remove it so that it's not in the way. Same thing in the rear. The rear sight can be flipped up and down. This bolt will actually reciprocate. This is the electric blowback version. So every time you pull the trigger, the bolt will cycle. On an 11-1, the response is almost instantaneous, which is absolutely just a fantastic feel. Drop it back a little bit. We have the charging handle. So it's a mock bolt. So it'll go either way. The grip will pull out. You can hold it back. It doesn't lock back at all, but it's not too horribly painful. Just hold it open, adjust your hop up, and have it. A little bit further back, you have the legit H&K trades, a unique serial number. That's part of what you're paying for when you're getting it. That it looks all super unique. Next up, drop it down real low. Oh snap! Grab the magazine. Now the magazine's 360 round, high capacity. It's not made of a crappy plastic. It's actually feels a little bit more durable than most do. Right at the back of the magazine, you pull that off. Pretty small reservoir, but it holds more BBs than an M4 mag, which is usually 300, so that's pretty nice. You have knobs on the side, so what that means, if you have another G36 mag, you can hook it in and link them up. They'll still work in the gun just fine, so then you can get quick reloads. This is what I did when I personally had a G36. I had 2 mid caps and a high cap, so I started off with the 2 mid caps in the gun. After I did my quick reload, I dropped it in my dump pouch, and then I got my high cap out. So, that's just an option that's afforded to you. Be careful, these knobs aren't always fully attached, like glued in or anything, so they will come out, but they just go back in. Just put them in, nice and tight. You're good to go. Next, you have the fire selector, which is ambidextrous. You have safe semi 2-round burst, which is actually really nice, and full auto. You almost can't really tell the difference between semi and 2-round burst other than the length, but it just doesn't feel like you're actually shooting 2 rounds, which is absolutely fantastic. Come to the grip. Pistol grip for the rifle is really just slim down. Nothing really fancy about it, nothing to get in your way if you're just picking it up quick. You need to be ready, you're always comfortable, you're ready, you're on. Stop. Right here, hit that button, depress it, put it right in, pull the magazine out. I'll hold the bolt down, but nothing else is going to move on this thing. Locks into place, very positive. Lift it up a little bit, pull it back, again, it will lock into place really nicely. Skeletonized socks, so cutting down on the weight again, it's already a nylon fiber body, so they're really trying to cut down on the weight. That was kind of the goal of some of the part of the G36. Alright, so very obvious differences between the two. It's a full length rifle model, also doubles as a light machine gun, so what that means is if you have a box magazine in this at events, like mil-sim events, you'll be able to run it as a saw, which is absolutely a fantastic lightweight option. Rather than a big old heavy 249, you have a G36, and that is a better option. You have a bipod, makes sense, it's an LMG. kind of divot it out, so rather than just something that's flat, it'll have 2 points of contact, which is nice. Rifle can turn from side to side. Not too much functionality, yeah, but it's something that is afforded to you. You press these buttons back here, press it, bring it right back up. The other main difference is rather than just a top rail and iron sights, you have a scope, very minor magnification, like it probably is like a 2 times or 3 times, so it's nothing crazy. The eye right there, where you rest your eye, is rubberized. Not really great eye relief on it, but you probably won't be using that as much for actual engagement, mostly just targeting. Up top, battery goes in here, but you have a red dot sight. Flip on here so it's off, and then it would be on. So when you need to switch from quick engagements, you can it's just as simple as that. Boom. They're both adjustable for windage and elevation. Fantastic. Now, we're going to talk about the batteries. So, there's a pin up here, same on the C model. You push that pin, pull it out. There you go. Small type Timmy adapter, not a lot of extra wiring, which is nice because if you've ever owned a G36 or seen people with them struggle to put batteries in the handguard, you're going to know that the less wiring you have, the better. The good thing about both of these G36 handguards is they're kind of cut out at the bottom, so they're a little more thin, so there's more space for a battery, so you could fit something like this one will fit stick type 11.1 pretty comfortably. So you could also do the stick type 7.4, split type 11.1, stick type 7.4, split type. You can, on the G36C, if it's a really tight squeeze, but you can do an 8.4 brick or crane stock style, or a 9.6 as well. So you do have options with batteries, just depends how in depth you want to get. Last and final feature that kind of comes with both of the G36s is a quick change spring. So this is obviously longer, it's set up for outdoors, but if you want to use it for indoors, you have this option. So what you do is there's a pin back here, you push it out through here, boom, fold the stock to the side, you can lock it in place, you don't have to, but you'll push down a little bit, pull out. It's a spring for the electric blowback. You have access right here to the back of the gearbox, flat head to remove the initial screw, and then an Allen key to turn the spring guide so that you can pull it out, swap your spring, put it back in, and you have a spring change that's easy. It can be done in less than 2 minutes. So then putting it back together is just the same. Just make sure it lines up with the electric blowback unit. Just the back of it. Pin in. Boom. Done. And then you can be field legal here. We're ready to go outdoors in a moment's notice. Alright guys, we've talked about it enough. Let's go take this over to the chrono booth and see what kind of results we can get out of these things. Here we are back to the shooting booth, you guys. So the one thing you have to keep in mind about G36 magazines is that when you're using their high caps, they're a little bit smaller space than M4 mags, or if you're smart, you'll just use mid caps and never have that problem. 360 round high cap. We'll see how this goes semi-auto. Two-round burst. Sounds really similar to semi. This is semi. 2 rounds. Pretty close. And here we go on full auto. The recoil's awesome. That's crazy. Ooh. Ooh. That's balls. Alright, so as you saw from the chrono test, with the G36C, you're getting about 280 to 290 FPS with a .25 gram BB. Perfect for indoors, not too low. You'll still be able to get a decent enough FPS that you can really hit targets and reach out and touch them, especially in an indoor environment. Got about 390 FPS with the full-length rifle. Perfect for outdoors, which is essentially what it's set up for. If either of those don't please you, you need to get a higher FPS for this, or you want to lower this FPS. It has a quick change spring, so in 2 minutes, $10–15 for a new spring, you're swapped, you're ready to go. Don't really have to worry about that. We got, for the fully automatic, we got about 1,000 rounds a minute. So that's really modest. For a gun with an electric blowback, it was able to keep up really well. Didn't jam up or anything, which is an absolutely fantastic thing. Sometimes you run into electric blowback guns that would get stuck. This didn't get stuck once. Alright, final thoughts. Both of these are a fantastic product. They're both incredibly lightweight. This is good for an LMG platform that you want. Cut down on weight, but still be able to be really effective out in the field. In here, you want something that can really compact down in size. Really, the side folding stocks are fantastic. Both of them have the quick change spring, so if you're not happy, you want to get it closer to 350 or to 400, you can do that. You want to get it field legal here down to 350, you can do that. The quick change spring gives you that option. You have the MOSFET in them, so you can use higher power batteries, have a better trigger response, have a better rate of fire, and not put too much wear and tear on your gearbox. Another fantastic feature that these both share is a 1-year warranty through Elite Force Umarex. So if anything is wrong for the factory for an entire year, that's going to be covered. And that's a fantastic product. It's incredible that a company is willing to stand behind their product. Not so many companies are willing to. Sometimes you'll see ASG on their Pro-Line level guns, but beyond that, the only company that's always kind of been doing that is Elite Force. They stand behind their product 100%, and that says more and speaks volumes than any other sort of warranty can kind of appeal to. But like I said, I mean, this retail point is $250, and you're looking about $350 for the full-length LMG variant. For a $250 gun that has a quick change spring, it has a MOSFET, it has 2-round burst, has a 1-year warranty. Not all the functionality here, just in a longer length rifle that you can use as an LMG. I mean, personally, like, it's a no-brainer for me. If I could, I'd buy myself a G36 because I miss having mine. The one I had before this certainly wasn't as nice as the ones that we have here. So these are a fantastic product. I will always recommend these to players that are looking for a Pro-Line level gun, but they don't necessarily want to break the bank. But other than that, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Like, subscribe, comment on the video, any questions or anything you may have, any suggestions. Follow us here on YouTube. Go like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. Check us out. We have some other videos up here. Our last video is going to be a beginner tech tips on my gun's not working, how do I fix it 101. Previously, before that, we did a review on the E&L case. So definitely give it a check out. But until then, this has been Chuckles with Extreme Airsoft. And we'll see you guys this weekend.